Alright, this is going to start the first episode of the walkthrough of Dark Souls Remastered. I know I'm jumping everywhere with the videos that I'm doing, but my sorcerer, a ton of data got corrupted. Like, I was recording a video and then it just kind of disappeared. So I just kind of abandoned on that. And then, yeah. So this is going to be the walkthrough. We started out with Twin Humanities, because I'm going to go through the game the correct way, instead of doing a bunch of my shortcuts. And if I take away the master key, there's no temptation. This is our guy, Sir Willickson. I've never noticed this before, but if he's colored, I actually don't mind the hollowing. Like, usually it's bugging me, but now that he's red, it doesn't bother me too much. Alright, right here will be your shield. What I like to do is I like to backstab him, which will keep him down long enough for you to grab your weapon. Make him turn. Backstab him again. Alright, we're still fast rolling. There are three kinds of rolling in this game. Quick, or fast, which is what I'm doing. Medium, which would be this. And then fat, which I don't think I can do. No, I can't. We will be doing a kind of quality build. I picked the warrior because it has 13 in strength and dex.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you?
It doesn't really matter what you say. You can just kill him for his items if you don't want to sit here and talk to him.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family: thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know, and I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite.
Thank you.
Oh, and this.
And that is what we want.
Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
No problem. Literally, if you can punch him and he'll die. You get 100 souls, so like, you know, you get 100 souls anyway because he dies. But oop, I done goofed. Now the key unlocks this. Got more signs on the ground. Now if you have a catalyst, it's like if you're a sorcerer, and I think a cleric, that'll be right here. This guy is a little harder. He has more defense and a shield. And an actual full sword. Once you get the hang of parrying in this game, it's not hard to parry anything. Unless you just mess up. These guys aren't very hard at all. He can even be practiced on, since you'll find a lot of him later on. But after you do a parry, you can do this for a lot of damage. Same with backstabs, but that is a parry and riposte. The riposte is more damage than a parry. I'm pretty sure that says that like here. Yeah. Repel an enemy attack. After parrying, that to riposte. Or riposte. This is the boss of the area. We ran into him before. Just gonna descending attack him now. That also does a lot of damage. You can block his attacks and then they'll send you a little bit back. Or you can just roll them. The levels of rolling that you have determine how many I'm gonna say iframes you have. Which means that how many windows you have to kind of be invincibility frames. So an attack will not hurt you. Come right down here for a soul item. Over here is someone that we can interact with right now.
You, give me warm, give me soft.
You can drop items for him, such as Twin Humanities. And Humanity, you can drop both of these. And you get a Ring of Sacrifice and then a Rare Ring of Sacrifice, but you have to reload the game to get those items. Just run right up here, and once you pass these, you get a cutscene.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
You can see where we will fight the gargoyles right up there. You saw the bell tower. That bridge will be too. And we're here. Lordran is where this game will take place. Firelink Shrine will be our main place. And there's this dude.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on. But I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead? Ah, your face. You're practically hollow. But who knows? Going hollow could solve quite a bit. What? Restoring your humanity? Well, there are a few ways to go about it. Collect it bit by bit from corpses. Or you can butter up a cleric and get yourself summoned. And the quickest way, although I'd never do it, is to kill a healthy undead and pillage its humanity. Coveting thy neighbor is only human, after all. What are you looking at? Don't try anything clever. You might regret it. What? You want to hear more? Oh, that's all we need. Another inquisitive soul. Well, listen carefully then. One of the bells is up above in the undead church, but the lift is broken. You'll have to climb the stairs up the ruins and access the undead burg through the waterway. The other bell is back down below the undead burg, within the plague-infested Blight Town. But I'd die again before I step foot in that cesspool. Bloody hell, what is it now? You ask too many questions. What now? I'm not up for chatting. Leave me alone. What now? I'm not up for chatting. Leave me alone.
And that is it for now. Down here is your firekeeper. She can make your Estus flasks stronger. If you were to run down here, you find your first blacksmith and kind of a merchant, kind of. If you like sorceries, if you're a mage, or you just want sorceries early on, you want to come and talk to him. While we're down here, we'll grab this item. 2 items, actually. These hollows won't attack you unless you bother them. So we're just going to leave them alone and talk to you.
Well, this is unusual. You haven't lost your head. And more importantly, you're free. How on earth? Well, I shouldn't pry. I'm Rickett of Vinheim. I was once an established smith, though. Look at me now. Can you believe it? What is it? Have you? Oh no. Don't worry. I've no intention of escape. It's safe here. I can't bear the thought of going hollow out there. Although, I must admit, I've not much to occupy myself. How about this? I could forge your weapons, albeit with rather minimal tools. I'll show you what made me the best in Vinheim.
Alright, you can modify your equipment with him, which I don't really know what that does with him. Something magic based, I'm sure. You can reinforce your weapon and armor, which means make them better, with Titanite. You can repair, very minimal souls, I won't bother. And then you can buy heavy soul arrow, and sorcerer's catalyst. Yeah, and you can talk some more.
What is it?
Right over here is a dexterity based weapon, the S-stock, but we will be using it. Skills with a C and dexterity. The skills with C and C, the longsword, so it's pretty good for what we're doing. But I want to put it in my offhand because I can attack with it with L1, and then I can also parry with it. So it's pretty cool to get the farther away enemies. It's pretty quick too. Yeah, just like a quick parry. I do not have this build mapped out quite yet. So I don't know what weapons I'm going to use or what points I'll put into which stats. I don't know any of that just yet, but I will later on. I'll get an idea of what kind of build I want. Right here is a cleric.
Hello there. I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Thoroland. Have you business with us? If not, I'd prefer to keep a distance, if possible. Hello there. I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance, but I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this, as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
Copper coin.
Oh my, you again. Oh, I know. How about this? I have to await my companions here anyway. So what if I were to teach you some miracles? Would that please you?
Yes, it would.
Very well. Then first, a covenant with the gods. Now let me share my miracles. Only their ultimate effectiveness will be determined by your efforts and your faith.
We can learn a gesture from him. Shrug. Personally my favorite. We can get great heal. Not great heal. Great heal. Excerpt. Pretty good. But you can only use it once. Homeward, which brings you back to the last bonfire. It's essentially a homeward bone. Force, which just knocks your enemies back. Seek guidance. That just puts down more signs on the ground. Heal, which has 5 slots, which heals you. Talisman and then Throatland Talisman. Talismans, this scales with a B? Yeah, B. And then this scales with a C. Medium for casting miracles of the gods. This talisman is only granted to high-ranking Throatland clerics, as high miracles adjustment, which, thanks to divine protection, is not dependent upon faith. So it's stronger than this, but it obviously he's gonna sell it for more, but it's weird that he's selling it to you, since it's only granted to high clerics.
My companions are Milady and her young knights. She is young, but burdened by an undead mission. We are her defenses, to keep her from harm. An undead mission? Regrettably, I cannot share that with you, but you are my pupil.
I do not want him to give us that option just yet, because I want to spend my souls elsewhere. There are 2 things you can do here. You can jump down here, or you can come up here. Each will bring you to the same place. You want to jump here, roll down here, and you have some chests. That way I just find it to be faster since you get an item anyway. Right there is where you will come out if you were to have jumped down the hole, the elevator shaft. You were to come out right there. Alright. You want to aim for this little plot of land, and it's down. Oh, we're going to run and get a couple items. We're going to get Large Soul of Lost and Dead. Run, 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 run. Yeah, these guys do a lot of damage. As our first time through, we're going to run right through here. Get this item. Roll, stick to the edge. And then rest. Now, covenants don't really matter in this game, especially not that one, because you can just sit here and change your covenant. Instead of any bonfire and change your covenant. Alright, right down here. We're gonna roll. And then we're gonna run. Run up these stairs, and we're gonna go get that item that you just caught a glimpse of. Frame rate just dropped there for a second. Alright, now we're gonna move on. Actually, no. We can use our soul items, since we do have quite a few of them. Alright, now you can either level up, which I think we might do. No, we won't have enough. So I'm gonna abandon that idea, I think. Yeah. I'm gonna bring our attunement up to 12. And then the rest of our points we're going to put into... No, I'm going to bring dexterity up to 15. Now we can progress. Come over here. Ooh, I missed my parry. I guess it's easy to parry if you know the timings, or you can't just mess up like I just did. I love this little setup. Ooh, hollow silver waist cloth. Let's put it on. I'm gonna put on all of the hollow armor I get. I will wear all of it. I love the sound of this game, like the parry, the riposte, they just sound good. This fashion Souls actually doesn't look bad. I actually kind of like it, in all honesty. Careful, because you can slip there, and now we're going to want to jump over to go get that item, because it is pretty useful. Doesn't matter which side you go to, but either side you just want to stick to the wall, and just keep going. Ring of Sacrifice. I'm gonna jump back. Beautiful. I switched my jump to L3, like the left joystick, like you gotta click it down to jump instead of tapping circle twice. Just because I don't like the circle one. Like you can jump on accident. It's just kind of a mess. So I'm gonna go kill this rat. Rats, you can farm rats for humanity. So if you're ever low on humanity and you're playing offline or whatever, you can just go and farm rats. Because they can give you humanity. I forget which is raw and which is soft. But one kind of humanity you can hold. It's the kind that we have. And then you see that 0, 0 next to my health and stamina bar. That is the other kind of humanity. Which, they do the same thing. The item just gives you more of the other kind. I'm saying raw is the kind you can hold, and soft is the kind that you already have. I could be wrong. It could be the other way around. Right here, this is very easy to miss, but there is a staircase right here. Run through, get the item. And there are guys aiming from the edge. I was not able to hit him. Ah, I was meaning to hit both of them. No. It's okay. Now these guys you can knock off. Yeah, not when they're doing that though. Oh, got him when he was in the air. Rubbish, that actually does have a purpose. Got more humanity. The more humanity you have, the better. So you can just use it. You can even use it as a healing item if you're out of Estus. It 100% heals you. And it adds to your saw. Ooh, he jumped way faster than I thought he would. I don't like these guys. Because there are times that they will jump very, very far and very, very fast. I don't like it. Anyway, I'm going to end this video here so that uploading doesn't take too long. But in the next video, we will go through the Undead Burg and see how far we get from there. Bye.